Okay. Cool. So yeah, so Roger told me I shouldn't give you guys too many hints. So yeah. Let's see. Yeah, but yeah, just came up with some tips for the project. Yeah, so first one, you can try different models, like logistic regression, like tree models, and you can try them on different sets of features. And like remember, I think your results are going to be very similar. So even if you can beat the other group by like 1%, like 0.1%, you're still gonna win like the whole competition. So you have to really work hard on that. Yeah. And the second one is, yeah, you don't need to comment on your code, but as long as I can run it from the beginning to the end without any like errors, that's fine. Yeah, third point is you should avoid overfitting the training data. So yeah, I think you guys.
What does that mean?
So, for example, for the tree models, you don't want the tree to be very complex, because I'm gonna test your model on like a brand new data.
Okay.
So yeah, if your model is too complex, then the brand new data will not fit your model very well. So yeah, so you need to have a simple model, but it's gonna be very powerful. That's the goal. Yeah. Yeah. So for your final submissions, I'm actually looking for 2 files. So the first one is like the whole process, including data. Yeah.
Are you going to post it in the?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You don't need to worry.
So, So the first file includes everything you generated your final model, including the data cleaning and feature selection, and your model selection, basically. And also you can save your final models and some data to an output, and you can send it to me, so I can load them very easily. I don't have to run everything. And the second file is like the testing file you've been using. Because I'm gonna test your model on a new set of data. I would like to see another file that has like the testing part. So basically, it reads all your models, and then you test your model with your your own holdout data, and then you get the prediction, the probability predicted, and maybe some ROC plots. So when I test your data, I can just change your file name into my file name, and then I can run everything from the beginning to the end very easily. So that would be helpful to me. Yeah, because we're gonna I think the way we try to decide which team wins is based on the testing results. So yeah, if you can help me with that, that would be great. Yeah.
So what part about the testing result? Is that like the ROC?
So I like all the probabilities that you predicted.
Okay.
And ROCs are optional. Okay. Yeah. As long as you can generate all the probabilities, that's good for me. Yeah, basically that's it. Yeah, I'm gonna post it to the online classes. So when I run your code, I'll just run the second file. Yeah. Yeah. So do you have any questions?
That was one of my questions.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Because I remember last year's some other groups, I think they just create one file.
Yeah.
And our TA didn't know how to run, how to test the model and how to run from beginning to the end. Yeah. So if you guys can do it this way, it will be much helpful.
I didn't get how will you do it?
So the first one is
Okay, no, this is my code, like my model, just as we did like the last session, right? The first.
yes, yeah.
And the second one.
Second one is so you want to test your model, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So by doing that, you're gonna predict. So you're gonna have like some new data coming into your model, right? And then you're gonna generate a probability of default on the new data set.
Oh, okay.
Basically, the validation and testing part.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, what I'm asking is, you guys, you better separate them into two files, because I'm gonna test your model based on like a brand new data set.
So can you just name the new data set like new data, and put it in a, so that you don't have to change any name or something?
So
Yes, that's what I'm planning to do. So, so like your first part generates your final model, so that's fixed. And then I'll run your model on my data. So that's the second part. You can put them into one file, but you should comment them out, like separate them out. Yeah, that's enough.
And then from here you're actually testing your model when you use the route and predict and call your model. That's when you're actually testing your model. He wants this part in a separate code.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
You can put them into one file, but you should like separate them so that I can like easily see them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one, that is the second file will just have the input parameter as the data file.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. You can save your model in the first file, and then you load them in the second file. So in your first file, you generate your like final model, right?
Yeah.
And you can save them into like a .r data, those
you do
files.
that?
Yeah. You can save them like, yeah, and and then you can load them. And in the second file, in my imagination, you can load every data, and at the beginning, and then load out the library, and then run the testing. Yeah, it's okay. If you don't save and load them, if you only put them into one file, but you separate them using some comments, that's fine. I can just run from the beginning to the end.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. So have you guys created some simple models already? Okay.
No. We've been
Yeah. So
reading the data.
okay. Yeah. So yes, I think for you two who didn't attend the last session.
I have seen your YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So there are some like sample code here. I think you can run them from beginning to the end. So basically, the first part is data cleaning, and then we fit some like simple linear regression, and then we did some logistic regression, and then we test our model.
So you said during the last time, you said try many different models and try to combine them, then you will get extra credits.
Yeah.
So when we do linear model and logistic linear model, then would that be counted as trying different models?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, as long as your final model can beat both models, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, but you said linear model and the
GLM.
GLM.
Yeah.
Also,
That's
and
okay.
the LM and the GLM, we can do both.
Yeah, you can do both, and you can combine them. But like the improvement will not be that like high, because linear model is pretty weak compared to logistic regression. Like the linear regression. Yeah. You can try other stuff. Yeah.
Question. So maybe he mentioned like 30 variables we may use. Like pick 30 variables out of 190.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And different models for different variables?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh.
yeah. You can do anything you want.
Okay.
Yeah. And you can create your own like variables. You can create your own ratios.
Yeah, I will do that.
Yeah.
We can use up to 30. I thought it was 5 or 6.
Yeah, like ideally it's around 5 to 10.
5, 10?
Yeah.
But didn't he say it's 30 during the class?
I thought it was 5 to 10. I remember him saying it was ideal to use 5.
Really?
It's easier.
Were you at the last class?
I was there, but I didn't really heard that part.
Okay, so...
Yeah, it's okay. You can try anything you want.
Okay.
Yeah, as long as it works the best, then it's fine.
Can we do like 2 GLM models and like and try 2 different parameters in each one,
Yeah.
and then combine?
How do you combine? When you say combine, you give them weights and
He said
Yeah.
use gradient.
Yeah, so yeah, I think I shouldn't give you guys too much hints. You can just Google it. You can combine the different models. But
You didn't answer my question. Like,
Yeah.
can we use like different parameters in
Yes,
each GLM
yeah.
and then combine?
yeah, but I think
or this would be.
since they are the same like logistic regression, I
Okay.
think you can just put them together into one
okay.
model, right? Yeah.
And we use plus sign when we want to combine different parameters.
Yeah. Yeah, like the idea to combine different model is like like for example both model, so one has some advantages and some disadvantages. The other one has the like opposite one.
I
So
think
when
it's
you-
like combining different ROC curve, like
Yeah.
one with
Yeah,
this
something-
one and one with that one. and
Yeah.
So randomly picking one of the two will enhance the opposite
Yeah,
of
exactly.
the
Yeah.
model.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Have any guys tried random tree?
no.
Not yet.
I tried to Google it, but it was like I don't know.
yeah. So it's due next Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, both this one and the presentation, right?
Yeah.
No,
I'm not sure actually.
Yeah, that's what he told us.
That's
Like,
what he told me.
So like both?
yeah, I mean,
Oh.
we are not going to present in the next week, but the presentation is due. The
I
PowerPoint, we have to submit the PowerPoint too.
I see. Okay.
So the presentation is the week after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but
Oh,
we have-
really? So I thought we have final exam.
No, we have final exam the week after. Like, we have 3 more weeks to go.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So 4th, 11th, and 18th.
I see.
So
So
four
this
we are
is the
going-
due date and this is the presentation.
Yes.
This is the
Yeah,
final.
Yes.
but the presentation due are on the 4th.
Like, the
But we're
PowerPoint
gonna
are due
present
on
the
the
PowerPoint.
Okay.
4th.
Yeah, but I
We're
think
gonna present on the 11th.
yeah.
But we haven't, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think for the presentation, like for the PowerPoint, you can modify a little bit even after the deadline.
Okay.
But
Don't take it on your word.
right. So yeah, like just a little bit, you know.
Yeah. Probably not the results and stuff like that, but we can,
Yeah.
by the time we are done with model, I
Yeah.
don't think we have too much time to prepare PowerPoint.
So what's gonna be included in? I mean, covered for the final exam. I mean, we do not have much lecture left. I mean,
There is no lecture after
Right.
this.
yeah. So, are we going to test the
So
same
I
thing?
think we do have lecture this week, right? Because we are just submitting these things, and then there is nothing.
But
Yeah,
Oh.
I don't think there is anything left. Like, he doesn't give you any lecture.
So is there like a guest lecture?
No, everything is
No.
done. So
Oh, really?
Yeah,
What's on the 4th?
review.
Oh,
That's it.
review
To
for
the
final.
review? Oh, okay.
Okay.
Uh,
And coding is not gonna be
No,
included in
nothing.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, that's good for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the final, is it the?
It's similar to the midterm.
So it's
from the
from the
beginning,
midterm to this point, or
Yeah.
the?
I'm not sure. You have to ask Roger.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't remember. Yeah.
Did you take this class before?
Yeah. Last year. Yeah.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I think so.
I guess so.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because I have a pretty strong analytics background, but I don't have a fintech background. So yeah, it's pretty helpful to me.
So your model was the best last year?
Actually, no. Yeah, there's another guy. I think he works for a couple of years. Yeah, he's like an MBA student. Yeah. Yeah. So like, I remember. I think there were 7, 8 groups in my last year, and like all the results are very similar. The AUCs, they're very similar, and yeah, I think we're just.
What was the UC like, just to know like if we're on the same track? Like approximately.
So it's around 93 to 96, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, 0.96 to 93 to 96. Yeah.
So I mean that's my other question. Like once we have the AUC once we got the AUC, do we need to do anything else, or that's it?
Yeah, like I shouldn't tell, but you should do something else. Like
Watch the replay.
Yeah,
so
they like it.
like just I think I would say just leverage your knowledge from this course. Like
Okay.
yeah, I think you learned something more than AUC. I think there are other criteria you can try.
We do not have basis ratio, so we don't need to calibrate, right?
Right.
This is the real data. And this is the real data, isn't it? And we don't
Yeah.
have population information about the population, so.
Looks like we need to calibrate.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. So yeah.
Okay.
So you should do both. You should do like both power and calibration.
Got it. Okay.
But yeah.
Okay.
So the things from last session, that was
Yeah.
mostly for data cleaning.
Yeah. So it's just a very basic workflow from the beginning to the end. So there are both like everything, data cleaning and model fitting. But these models they're very simple, but the structure is similar. You can follow the workflow here.
So when you say you want a second file, you want the second file from the out dot.
Yeah, something like this.
This should be the second file where you can just pass in the new data file and it would print out. The
Yeah,
ROC
exactly.
and-
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I can pass the data
Yeah.
here. I can change the data name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what about the first file?
The first file is from the beginning up till here, like up till you generated your final model.
Oh, okay.
And the second one is how do you test it?
So my only question is, how do you save it as R dot? I mean, when you.
Oh yeah, you can. It's very easy. Sorry. Let's just read this one. Okay. So let's say if you let A equals let's say you created like a column A,
Yeah.
and then you can just call save. I think you can rename it to like anything. Oh, what? Oh, okay. List. Sorry. Sorry, I think I have to Google it. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very simple, and then it's okay. So I don't know where it goes. Yeah. So yeah, in this computer, it saves to the desktop.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and then you can delete everything. You can clear everything here, and then you can just load. And then it's here. So the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's here. Yeah, so you can save everything, or you can you can also save a model here. Let's create a model maybe, and then you can load it in the second file. Yeah, so let's say you created a model. Yeah, yeah, you can also save it to the, yeah, here.
Okay.
Yeah, and after, in the second file, you can just load it. Yeah, so it's here, and yeah, so everything is here. Yeah.
So in the second file, we just need to say load that model and then write the predict and stuff like that.
Yes.
That's
yeah.
it, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. After we have to create a sample training sample, right?
Yeah.
Okay. can we clean the data before creating the training sample?
You can decide whichever you want, but like in theory, you have to, you should split them before you clean them.
Yeah, but
You shouldn't, or you should?
You should, and so like like theoretically, you should split them before you clean it, and then when you clean the training set, you should remember how you clean your training set.
And apply the same thing for
to the validation.
Oh, so we have all sorts of. Why not cleaning them before splitting?
Because like in the real world, so when new data come in, let's say you want to like normalize the data.
Okay.
So when the data comes in, so let's say like the new data comes in one by one, and then you cannot normalize that one data, right? So yeah, but I think in this project it's okay. You can, I think you can clean before you split them into.
No, but will it not have an issue when you are running your file and it will not have
exactly.
default flags or anything of that sort?
Yeah.
So the first thing in the
totally, exactly. So when I run the like brand new data, it's gonna be raw data. So if you clean your data, let's say in the first file, then you have to write something in your second file to clean the raw data again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll clean them after.
Yeah, that would be ideal. Yeah.
And how do you use the walk forward method? Like, I did not understand. I mean, I was going to it, but I did not understand how to use that. Like he gave us the sample code for it. The walk forward method. Instead of here, we are just splitting the data into two sets, right? Training set and the testing set.
Yeah.
But if you want to use the walk forward, how do you use it? Like,
yeah, I think you still need to separate the data, but based on the time frame.
Okay.
Yeah, you can. So, for example, you can have the training set for the first 10 years of data. I think you can have the validation set for the next 5 years, and then you can run the walk forward.
So the walk forward is going to be in the second. I mean, if I'm giving you two files, the walk forward is something which I'm going to use in the second file, not in the first one. Because that is the one which is predicting, right? But that's where I'm.
Oh, I see. I don't know either. Yeah, you can look into the data. Yeah.
Because
so the walk forward is the method we use to split the.
So, you didn't come to the last lecture.
no, he did.
He did.
So,
Yeah.
No, I mean, last week. On Tuesday.
Yeah.
You were there? Okay. So it was like, I'm not a right person to explain any of the.
Go ahead.
Anymore. So, like, let's say we built our model using the 10-year data, and then next year we have reserved 5-year data for testing, and then plus 1 year we test it and do something else, and plus 2 year, plus next year data we tested, and plus next year data we tested. That's kind of work forward, right? Yeah. So we don't want to test. We don't want to have a 10-year model and include 5-year as a one test. We kind of include incrementally.
Oh, okay.
Makes sense.
I mean, theoretically it makes sense, but I'm not sure how to include that.
Right.
Because
Okay.
Because this one, it's simply out of sample data that we are testing. If we use the walk forward, it's going to be out of time and out of sample, right?
Right.
So because we are moving forward in time and we are not using a sample of data which is used for building the model. That's all fine.
Yes, I think what I did was it just separated data based on time, only based on time. And I remember I trained the model using the first couple of years and then tested on the second period.
The thing I didn't get was after testing your first model with 1 year additional data, then what do you do?
I mean, if you don't have the code,
Yeah. Okay.
The reason is this is what he gave us as a sample code, and he's actually predicting it in part of the so that's where my confusion is. Is that the part of training, or do we consider that part of the training and then we have the second piece?
Yeah, I think so. I think the first 10 years is both training and validation.
Okay.
And the next 5 years is testing.
Okay. So
think.
we still when we split the data, you are saying we split it based on time rather than directly 70%.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, let me look into the data. Let me look into the code.
Okay. I want to use this code, but I don't know how to use it.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I think what he means is yeah, so yeah. Yeah, I think like both of you said, so it's like a prediction year by year.
Yeah.
But it's I think it's like a process. It's a combination of training and validation. Yeah, so it happens at the same time. So yeah, so if you want to test your model, yes, I think this is not testable.
It's not testable, right?
Yeah.
That's where my issue is. Like, it's not. I mean, if you are giving me a new data set, how would
you have to do it all over again, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How would I do it?
Models. Yeah, so yeah, I think during the whole process, it saves all the model into into a list.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
I don't think I can use this to
test.
No.
Yeah, so basically you do everything. So it's like a whole package.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't split that into two. Like
Right.
if I'm giving you a new data set, it's going to again train it to that
Yeah,
data set,
yeah.
and it's obviously going to give you an awesome that
Yeah.
I can do.
So yeah, I think so. What you can do with these models is that you can compare the results to your own models to see if this one does better. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think like the idea of the work forward is you should take the time into consideration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the other question I have is when he built when he did the sample, not that.
No.
He here he just compares it with the liquidity ratio and creates the
Just
two ROCs.
Yeah.
And he says you have to at the end you have you just create the liquidity ratio based on working capital by total assets and something like that.
Yeah.
But and he compares the ROCs, and he says you should always compare your model with something else. But is there something a default thing that we need to compare it to, or see how?
So I think you should create a like benchmark model.
Yeah. So when you say benchmark model, what exactly do you mean by that? Like some simple ratio, or what exactly?
Yeah.
do you
Yeah.
mean?
So you can either based on the data in our data set,
Okay.
or so sorry, based on the feature in our data set, or you can create some new ratio. You can do some research on
Can you
that.
just use your model as a benchmark?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, or you can create. So you can just research on like some benchmark ratios for the default, for the credit default.
Okay.
Yeah, or you can just use ROE, just one feature, maybe. Yeah.
Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good point actually. Yeah.
How much time did it take to actually build the whole model?
For me, a week, less than a week, I think. Around a week.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Now start.